The Vedas are the ancient transcendental Sanskrit writings most commonly known in their experience in present-day India. However, in the last 50 years, Vedic knowledge has spread to the Western world, mainly because of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, an acharya who came to the USA in the 1960s to bring transcendental knowledge across the water from India. The Vedic culture actually predated, as far as I can see, all other cultures. There's Vedic artifacts and symbology and carvings, etc., found under all the cultures in the world. It's become quite obvious that the Vedic culture was the culture in the world for many millions, if not billions of years. The Vedas are not just a vast history of the universe, but also contain sections on cosmology, which is the geography of the universe, and the ancient lineages of great kings, devas and characters. Some of the words I'm using here are from Sanskrit, and the Vedas are written in Sanskrit, and the Bhagavad Gita is actually written in verse or meter, like it's meant to be sung. Krishna is one of the many names for God, and the Hare Krishnas chant the names of God through the day and meditate on all things spiritual. Chanting the names of God is called Japa Yoga, and you may be familiar with mala beads, which are the 108 beads on a thread that are used for chanting by monks and by people all over the world. Just trying to explain how it works. So like if you're up here and you're high vibing it, like intentionally high vibing it, you know, anything that's down here is just going to pass you by. And I personally find it a very powerful way to just like give yourself an extra little bit of protection or, you know, goodness early on in the day. The Vedas reveal fascinating information about the nature and shape of the universe, and they map mile for mile the distances from one universal region to the other. They also explain the nature of the soul, or in Sanskrit, jiva, and the soul's relation to the material world and everything else that exists. These are answers that I wasn't able to find anywhere else, you know. A lot of people do search for answers, and one of the reasons I love the Vedas so much is that all the existential and philosophical answers that I was asking from a young age about life, like I got my answers immediately when I began to study the Vedas. This collection is inspired by the colourful pastimes in the Vedas, by the ancient Vedic cosmology, which is one of my favourite subjects to study, and of course by the characters, the main ones of course being Krishna and Radharani. I got some help with this collection from my mum, who loves to knit, so she hand knit and crocheted some of the pieces. These will be the new element, which you won't have seen before, they're just brand new, which will be added to the more familiar fake furs and the jersey sweaters and tracksuits that you're already familiar with in Emily Artwear. I'm completely in love with this collection. The oranges and the bright colours and luxurious textures remind me of the marketplaces in India, and like the land, the roads, the beaches. The dust on the roads of India has a meaning all unto itself. Trying to capture the message of the Vedas and the vibe of India by just using fabrics and drawings seems like maybe quite a wild thing to attempt, but we artists just try to express our experiences through whatever medium we're using at the time.